Welcome back, everybody, to the XCAA. We've got the West and the Midwest region here for you guys tonight in round number 2. These battles that we're about to watch are to determine the Sweet 16 on the left side of the bracket. You guys have been following along. We finalized the entirety of the right side of the bracket is to see who goes to the Sweet 16 on that side. So if you have not checked that video out, make sure you go do so in the playlist linked in the description. All right, let's get into the matchup here. We've got Kansas, the number 1 seed in the Western region, taking on number 9 seeded Richmond. And currently right now it is 4-0. This is a good defensive team in Kansas. Guys like Montes Eklund, you can see him here, a good offensive and defensive player. He plays center and power forward. Plus, they've also got Mondre Rhymes Porter, a guy that plays both power forward and center as well. So between the two, the Kansas likes Rhymes Porter as the power forward and Eklund as the center. Rhymes Porter probably the bigger body compared to Eklund, but he holds his own out there at the center position. So between those two guys off the bench as well, like Jimmy Eaton, we got Brooks Peacock, the point guard, the starting point guard. I mean, this is just a very, very well-balanced team, guys. 23-17 right now. Richmond is kind of hanging in there, though. It's just a little surprising here. 23-20 as we see Montes Eklund getting a steal all the way out to Malcolm Dolson. So this is the thing about Kansas, is why they're so deep. And what is that? He made the shot. He was going for an alley-oop, and he ended up making the shot anyway. That's insane. But we see Rhymes Porter getting blocked here, and that does not happen very often. The guy is very lengthy, and he's got a huge wingspan as well. So not oftentimes you're going to get a block on Rhymes Porter, but it happens here, and it's still a very close game, 25-23. But between Eklund, Rhymes Porter, Giffey, they got size all over the board, guys. They play good defense, and then a lot of their smaller players are very, very good offensively minded players, guys. And we're going to watch Kansas make a little bit of a comeback here. I can promise you that, as we are going here into the second half of this game. Here's Fatty Mac. Yeah, you probably haven't seen a whole lot of Fatty Mac, as he's just not very athletic, but he does his best out there on the court. It is currently a tie game, 29-29, but I know I kind of gave some spoilers away there. But Kansas will make a little bit of a run, guys. Look at the defense here again. We got a steal, and out come the Jayhawks. Nice pass to Jimmy Eaton, and he's going to finger roll it off the backboard and in. As 33-29. The shot going to go, and at the half, it is 33-31. Kansas hitting 68%. They do like to get down and dirty in the paint. Look at this move! Whoa! By Montes Eklund. What a move, baby. On the other custom prospect, Kembanuke. Yeah, I even had a pronunciation guide on that player, too. The whole thing, why he was even existing, basically just trying to get me to say the name wrong. Challenge me. Rhymes Porter with the humongous block. And here comes Brooks Peacock, spotting it up near the elbow. Gonna hit it. 39-33. Here's Kembanuke with the block from Eklund. Now here come the Jayhawks. Pass out here to Peacock, resetting the offense, but no! We get a steal, and he gets turned around. And Richmond is going to turn the turnover into 2 points themselves. And then here is Rhymes Porter, an assist by Peacock. Peacock, oh, almost, wow, what a play. What a hang with it. Alvarado here with the offensive rebound from Bonzi Barton. Missed the shot there, but Alvarado going to hang with it and get the 2 to go. A 6-point lead, guys. And then an alley-oop attempt here, no good. Kansas, the other way, a good defensive team they are. Malcolm Dolson going to get the dunk in transition. 54-43. And Kembanuke is going to get this thing in here, but Brooks Peacock spotting it up, missing the shot. Rhymes Porter picks it up. Offensive rebound, puts it back in, gets the and one as well. Eklund with the really good defense here again, pushing it. Pass out to the corner. That's Brooks Peacock for 3. 61-48. Remember, I told you they were going to make a comeback? This is just what they do. They play really good defense, and they're just a tough team to stop in transition once they do get that turnover. And then when Rhymes Porter can back it down and just bully ball you, that's tough, man. That's really tough. And the the game's pretty much over, guys. Game's pretty much over. Right now, we're just really sulking in Kansas's defense as we move on to the Sweet 16. We got to show you guys why you need to watch out for this team and what players that you need to look out for here in the XBA draft. Not much of a dagger shot, but it is something to take note of, is that this team is very good when it matters about playing defense, and it matters about transition points, and it matters about getting down and dirty in the paint and finessing it a little bit too on the perimeter. This team can do it all, man. Team can do it all. Peacock led the way with 14 points. No Spider went into double digits, so that is something to take note of in next season if they do make the tournament, and if there's any custom prospects that do want to go to Richmond, there will be open spots, so there will be playing time to be had. But Kem Manuke, he had himself a nice little outing there, but just not enough to beat a very, very tough Kansas team. All right, moving on here. Still, we are in the West region, guys, and we made a little bit of an update. Remember, Oregon State's custom prospect, their point guard that was actually really good in round number 1. Yeah, his name was totally wrong. It's supposed to be Kalen Healy, and he's actually he's doing some things. He's doing some things against Duke right now. It is 13-8. Oregon State currently up, and Kalen Healy has been a big factor as to why. Here's a 3-ball shot. That's going to be a green. Absolutely wide open in transition. It is 18-10. Good defense on the other end, but Oregon State going to handle it here. I was like, wait a minute, what is happening? Did they get it or not? Kalen Healy in transition gets the and one as well. It is 28-18. This little fadeaway shot, no good, but look at Kalen Healy, man. Man, for a point guard, he really rebounds well. He rebounds well. He plays tough defense too. Like he's a hustle type of player. Am I expecting big things from him? Probably not. Probably not. Probably a bench guy coming off the bench in his year number 1 in his rookie season in the XBA. I think he's going to be maybe a round 2 draft pick for sure, with how many guys that are, sitting. Guys are coming back to the XCAA, so nobody's really declaring. But we see Kalen Healy working on Tyler Walsh there, and he's going to drive in and get the 2 as well. So, I mean, look at this. He's spotting up from way back out there, man. Catch and shoot, baby. 48-37, and Healy has just been on fire, keeping Oregon State within this game, man. And when I say keeping them within it, I mean Duke has not had a lead in this game. It's 50-39. Keeping them in, meaning Oregon State doesn't have all the talent in the world. Duke is a lot more talented, but right now the scoreboard is telling us a different story here. But Duke is coming back. 50-45. Duke with the ball down low gets the green on a really, really tough shot. That's forward pass. Wow, look at the good passing here all across the court by the Blue Devils. Fadeaway shot. That's good. And just like that, guys, Duke is all the way come back here now. 54-53, excuse me. So 1 point differential, and now they're just hitting greens all over the place. You knew that the talent was going to start coming out eventually. Oregon State has to clutch up now. It's clutch up time. But Duke now has the lead, 57-56. Now here's Watts down low. Duke is just so good at passing all over the court, guys. I mean, watch this shot. Got the floppy going. And then Sharif Hornbuckle with the offensive rebound and the slam dunk to put it back. Healy has to come through here for the Beavers, man. 4-point game. He gets 2. 72-70. Duke down low. Just not quick enough on defense to get into that passing lane to pick it off. But we got Healy firing up a 2, and he's going to miss. I guess you can only be so good for so long, but Duke will kill a couple seconds off that clock because they just could not get the foul call. Tyler Walsh will get to the line and hit both of his free throws. It is 70-76. Oregon State going to need a really, really quick score, man. It is now in single digits and seconds left. We get a 3-ball up, and that's going to be no good. And it will be out of bounds. And Blue Devils basketball, and that is going to do it. Oregon State could not get it done. 8-point loss, but a very close game nonetheless. And Oregon State was definitely the underdog in this game coming into it. The Blue Devils with the 2 seed. Oregon State, I believe, with the 10 seed, maybe the 7. 10 or 7 seed. Regardless, Kalen Healy was the man tonight. 29 points, 12 of 23. little under 50. Well, no, he's a little over 50% there, 12 for 23. But just, again, just the team as a whole couldn't really rally behind Kalen Healy to hold off the Blue Devils' onslaught, that late game push to take the game from them. So fortunately for the Beavers, they do not advance to the Sweet 16. All right, moving on. We've got number 3 against number 6. Clemson, the 6th seed. The Illini, the 3 seed. This is going to be a tough matchup for both teams because the Illini do boast a couple custom prospects, namely 3. Clemson, I don't believe, has any custom prospects. I could be wrong about that. It might be kind of a round 2 type of player. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think Clemson has anybody on their team, and it is just a very good non-custom base. And they're just a very good offensively gifted team. I mean, we're watching them here. It is currently 10-8, but the Illini with Dante Green Jr. Yeah, baby. Big time dunk in transition after the steal. The one player we want to watch out for here on Clemson, I think, anyway, is probably Ellis. You see him shooting the 3. We got another player by the last name of Chase. We got another player, I think it's Jeremy Chase, and then we got another player, Norris, the number 40 here, the big-time center. He is a fairly good player and someone that we want to watch out for here. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, good defense. I mean, he's got a good offensive game. Like, this is a good roster here for Clemson, and we see more points in transition going the other way for Clemson. It is 26-21. Clemson firing up a 3 here. That's a non-custom hitting that, and it is now 34-25 as we jump forward into the second half. 45% for the Illini, so they are not shooting the rock very well here tonight. So we see Ellis. Look at that big-time dunk. Big time dunk, showing off the athleticism. We got Michael Fisher here, the custom for the Illini. Charles Pinkard is actually not on the court as well, but he is a custom point guard for the Illini. There he is down low, just not really playing much defense. And it is currently 49-40. Fisher drains this one as well. Trying to make a little bit of a comeback. Here comes Charles Pinkard. Nice move, but Chase is going to block him. And out come Clemson. Here comes Norris with the 2 ball. Up by 10. Green Jr. with the 3. No good. Ellis with that rebound. Clemson trying to push it all the way back up court, and they've got their man down low. That's Norris again. Fisher just can't hang in there with him. 56-44. Green Jr. hanging in there tough. Getting the 2 to go. But, guys, this game's over. This game's over. Green Jr. getting some garbage points. 61-50 is your final score, and Clemson still is showcasing why they're going to be a tough team in the rest of this tournament. I believe that. Anyway, so if you guys picked Clemson in this game, you should be feeling pretty proud of yourself because now they get to take on Duke in the Sweet 16, an ACC matchup. But the Illini just, you know, I like their players. I like their customs, but they didn't seem to mesh even in round number 1. They didn't seem to mesh in round 1 when they took on North Carolina A&T. And they just, you kind of knew that they were in a little bit of trouble against Clemson in this matchup, a 6v3. So they didn't really live up to that 3-seed hype down here in the Western region. But, you know, unfortunately for them, their tournament season is going to be cut short. Very, very short, especially for a 3-seed. But maybe they'll try again next year. They're always seeming to be in our XCAA series, so we'll probably see them a little bit later. Moving on from the Illini, another Big Ten team. Moving to Wisconsin and Gonzaga for the 5 seeds. Wisconsin seems to be a very, very tough team. They boast players like Kobe Knight and Ricardo Bordone. These guys play very, very athletic. They're big dudes, but they play very, very athletic. They almost play like guards, even though they are kind of in that prototypical power forward, small forward type of role. They almost play like guards. Very interesting combination of size and speed and athleticism of these 2 players. XBA prospects, I like them, especially as an Arrows guy. I'm looking for maybe at least one of them, one of the 2. Because we need a guy like that. We're running a little thin here on athleticism. All right, moving on. We got to talk about the game here a little bit. Gonzaga, you know, they didn't impress me too much. In their round number 1 matchup But Wisconsin's really taking it to them right now. We got Xavier hitting a shot, three-pointer, 36-29. And the thing with Gonzaga, they got a guy by the name of Jeff Jefferson. He was actually the guy going in here and getting blocked. Number 4 there. I believe he's a custom as well. But Kyle Way, number 13, a point guard. I'm not very impressed with his game right now either. And you know, no slight to you guys that are creating these prospects. Like, somebody's got to fill out round 2, right? Somebody's got to fill out round 2. And unfortunately, Kyle Way, I think that's the way that it's going. Not really taking this Bulldogs team to the next level. Wisconsin's already tough as it is, but it's an 11-point game, guys. 44-33. Here comes Jeff Jefferson missing the shot, but he puts it back up and gets his missed shot to go. Here's Ricardo Bordone missing the shot, but look who's there. Kobe Knight. Just that duo between those two guys, it's very, very tough. And then you got Xavier here hitting a fadeaway shot. Wisconsin's tough, and this is for the right to play against Kansas. Bordone with the 2, 60-46. Bordone with the defense on Jefferson. He's going to win that battle. And out come the Badgers. Now here comes Kobe Knight, turning around, using the offhand, off the backboard. It's just tough, man. It's just tough. And then we got Knight to Bordone. What do you do? How do you stop these guys? How do you stop that combination between Bordone and Knight? Look at Bordone. Driving, dunking, ferocity. He's got it all. This game's over. 71-55. It's an absolute blowout. 16-point differential there. Wisconsin moves on to take on Kansas, and I'm a Kansas guy. I'm a little worried. I'm a little bit worried. No lie about this Wisconsin team. They've got the athleticism to hang with Kansas. I just don't know. Maybe our defense is better than Wisconsin's. Maybe our defense is better than their offense, and that maybe that's going to be the edge. They don't have a guy that's as big that can handle Rhymes, Porter, Eklund, and maybe that's going to be the edge. It's going to be a battle. It's definitely going to be a battle with the Jayhawks and Badgers, and I can't wait to get that game played out and let you guys see the end result. It will be a good one, I can promise you that. All right, let's move out to the Midwestern region, as we've already figured out the Western side of things with their Sweet 16 matchups. We got Duke, Clemson, Kansas, Wisconsin. And then we're moving on here to Georgia Tech and Auburn, as we do like to go down the list of top seeds all the way to the last and the lowest seeds on the board. And now we're taking a look at number 2 seeded Auburn against Georgia Tech. And if you guys know why we're doing that, UCLA lost. They were the number 1 seed. They lost to 16-seeded Florida Gulf Coast. Yeah, that definitely happened here. So the number 2 seed currently, Auburn, they've got some work to do here. They do take the lead, but Georgia Tech is hanging in against this tough Auburn unit. 31-30 after a big-time alley-oop play. Here comes Andrew Pierre, going to kick it out to Hollins. He's going to hit the 3 ball. And Auburn is now extending their lead a little bit. But a big-time block, Andrew Pierre making his presence felt. This is another guy that I'm probably interested in as far as just like defense. He's a good offensive player too, but as far as defense goes, Andrew Pierre is a stud and somebody that I'm eyeing as an Arrows guy. If you guys need defense, a big-time center who can play a little bit of offense, you probably want to be eyeing Andrew Pierre. Original commit to Ohio State, by the way. Tie ball game, 34-34, and look at these dunks that are happening here between the Tigers and the Yellow Jackets. I mean, that's why these field goal percentages are so crazy right now, because all these teams love to get down into the painted area. Some teams will shoot more threes than others. Obviously, that's part of their game plan, but you know, Georgia Tech will do that a little bit here the rest of the way, but you got to get past Max Ross and the good defense of Auburn. Take a look here. Look at Andrew Pierre with the offensive rebound. Picks his teammate up, gets the 2 to go. And guys, right now Georgia Tech is up 51-46. That was a huge 3 ball that they absolutely needed to hang into this game. 3 ball for Georgia Tech is good. 58-50. Auburn feeling it here a little bit. Got to make a comeback. They got to stave a comeback. But, oh, Andrew Pierre misses the shot. It looked for sure like it was a Georgia Tech player's ball. And he's like, I don't know how to stop this guy. I don't know how to do it. Hollins for three. Big pass from Andrew Pierre, but he gets the offensive rebound and then hangs in and gets the two. So, guys, just like that, Auburn has come all the way back. And finally, their perimeter shots are landing. Max Ross hits the three. Two ball, no good. Andrew Pierre with the good defense, and then he doubles it up, just getting a body on the Georgia Tech shooter. And out come the Tigers. They get a two to take the lead here, 70-66. Let's jump forward. 73-72, a 1-point game. Pierre with the rebound. Pierre kicks it back to Ross. Now they got it set up here. Here's Pierre challenging, and oh my God, the tough shot. He gets it to go. Georgia Tech cannot believe it. How can you stop this guy? Can you stop this guy? Tough shot. Hits it anyway. Gets the free throw to go. It's a 4-point game. 76-72. Offensive rebound by Wesley. And he gets the and one as well, but Pierre gives up the foul. That's a 3-point play. It is a 1-point game now. Auburn will hit this shot to possibly end the game. Max Ross has been clutch for this Auburn team. We got one more shot, right? Georgia Tech, you're down by 3. You got to get a 3-ball shot. They don't even shoot the basketball. Guys, I'm sorry. Anybody that took Georgia Tech here, I apologize. I apologize straight up. You want to dislike the video, that's okay. I understand it. I get it. But you know, after a while, you're doing this. You're doing all these videos. Round 1 videos, round 2 videos. There's a lot to do, guys. And I had to keep on moving. And you know what? To end such a great game, to lose such a great game of footage based on a 2K logic error, the next game could have had a dumb 2K logic error as well. So, and then you start getting into splitting hairs where it's, how do you determine which games to restart and which games not to, right? So, you got to keep the ones that you sim. It's just part of the sim. It's part of the luck of the draw. And I apologize, man. I apologize. That's just a stupid way to lose it. They should have fired up a 3-ball. I don't know what that is or why that happened. So Auburn gets a little lucky. We'll say that they get a little lucky. Georgia Tech, if they hit that 3, they would have gone to overtime anyway. But a loss is a loss, and Georgia Tech, unfortunately, does not get it done. By the way, if you guys have noticed, when we were looking at the starting lineups of this game, Miles Alderson, not Mario Alderson. Thanks there, Gold. I kept calling the guy Mario last episode when we were looking at the Midwest and the West regions for round number 1. So that was just an oversight. But we got the number 3 seeded LSU against number 11 Austin Peay. So Austin Peay beat Creighton on a insane last-second play. They just took the drive and they got a huge dunk in order to put Creighton away. But that was an 11-6 matchup, I believe. And Peay is just hanging in there with an LSU squad that I really like. I really liked LSU coming out of the Midwestern region, and we'll see what happens here in this matchup. But we've got Allison hitting a 3-ball to keep Peay in this thing. It is 40-37. And then look at the ups by Damian Aarons. Little General is what they call this player. He's a little guy. He's a small guy, but he plays big. That's kind of why I like Damian Aarons. I don't know if he's got the measurables though to hang in there with the XBA. Maybe he's just gonna be an XBA too. Maybe XBA bench guy. We'll have to follow his career and see how he does. But currently 60-58. Aarons with the 2, gonna clutch up and hit this thing. 4-point game still, 68-64. McDaniels gets the 2 and 1, and he drains it. It's a 1-point game. Can you guys believe this? Aarons, wow. With the incoming defender still able to hang in there and use his body control, get off the backboard, and then we got an alley-oop play That was Alderson to McDaniels. Again, a big-time team up. 76-74. Aarons gets the screen, and he's going to fire up a 3-ball. That's going to miss, and McDaniels with the clutch rebound here. Now out come Pay, and here comes Alderson with the 3 in the corner, and just like that, Pay takes the lead by 1. Missed shot in the corner for LSU. They miss a 3-point play. All you needed was 2 to take the lead with under a minute left to go. Austin Pay is up. Alderson here, working on his man, waiting for the screen. He's going to blow by Damian Aarons. Can he do it? No, he's going to kick it to Woolridge. Down low to McDaniels for 2. Gets the layup. They're up by 3. Aarons clutches it up. Drives home into the painted area. Gets it off the backboard. And now LSU's now down by 1. Got to play some good defense here. Difference between the shot clock and the game clock is 6. 6 seconds separates it. Up by 1. Austin Pay's kicking it around here. McDaniels. Oh, they're going to kick it to Woolridge. Woolridge fires it up. That's going to be a missed shot. And Chase with the rebound. Timeout called. 4.5 seconds, guys. 4.5 seconds. Damian Aarons got one more shot to go. He missed. He missed. And Austin Pay, the 11 seed, will take down the number 3 seeded LSU in an upset. An upset that I don't think anybody saw. I didn't see this. LSU came into round number 1 and they absolutely dominated their opponent. I loved LSU going to the Elite 8. At least the Elite 8. And you guys will see kind of my bracket, my picks here at the very end of the video, along with yours if you're in the top of the list here. But I'm just playing along. I'm not going to win anything, but I liked LSU going really far in this tournament, and just right now, man, dang, dude, that just sucks. I think it's just they didn't come up with clutch shots at the end of the game. Austin Pay, you knew that they were going to play hard the whole way through, but if you're LSU, you got to clutch up when you can. You're a more talented team. You're LSU. You're LSU basketball, for God's sakes. But they didn't get it done. So for anybody that picked Austin Pay, kudos to you guys. You guys deserve a lot of respect for that. But let's get back into this matchup here. We got Louisville and Indiana. Indiana is one of the top seeds here in the Midwestern region. They are the number 4 seed. And I love what Indiana brings to the table. Not only do they have the Kemerly brother, CJ Kemerly's brother, Colton Kemerly, they've got this guy, Palmer, nicknamed Cowboy. You saw him making a flashy dunk in round number 1. Dude, replay right here, right now. I mean, the Cardinals bench is looking at like, how did this guy even do this? Look at this. The one hand, then the windmill across the other Cardinals head. He wrapped it around his head and still got the dunk off. I mean, what is this? Indiana is just like, who's your daddy? Or something. I don't know. And then look at this guy. He's got hops too. Getting the dunks. It's like Dunk City out here for Indiana. I want to see Colton Kemerly get some ups, though. I want to see him dunk a little bit. I haven't seen him dunk yet. I don't believe. I've seen a lot of games. It's all starting to blend together, guys. But we do have Louisville up right now. So despite all the flashiness, as we see another big-time dunk here by Montgomery, it's 39-32 and still a 6-point game. Indiana is going to need to make a big push in order to come all the way back. And they're showing that they can do it. It's 48-45 right now. DeClerc here with the rebound. Now here's Hilliard firing up a 3-ball as they reset the shot clock. And that's a 3. 51-45. Here comes Palmer. What? This guy makes the most insane shots. He's just a circus dude. He's just a circus player. Louisville still on top, 65-59. They can pretty much put this thing away here, guys. And that's a bad foul. It extends the lead now up by 10. Colton Kemerly, though, they're not quitting. They're not giving up. Kemerly with the stare down, 69-62. Louisville missed shot. Here come the Hoosiers. In transition. What a move, by the way. What a move to get past the one man and then get his man down low. Gets it off the backboard. Now here's a missed shot by Louisville. Here comes Montgomery. and the Hoosiers. He's driving. He kicks it up. No good, but Pearson hangs with it. Gets the 2. It's 69-66. The Hoosiers have come all the way back, but Sheldon Carter Jr. hits a 2. Oh, and then the up and under move and the 1. Indiana hits their free throw. It is a 2-point game. Sheldon Carter gets the 2 off the drive. 38.4 left to go, down by 4. 3 ball, good. Indiana is pushing Louisville to the brink. Jean, missed shot. Colton Kemmerly with the rebound, guys. 6.5 seconds left. Jean, the custom prospect, couldn't come through here. Indiana has a chance to win the game on a 2-pointer, but it's in Colton Kemmerly's hands. He's working on his man. He's going to take the 3. He got it! Indiana will come all the way back in a clutch fourth quarter performance, and Kemmerly knew he had it. He knew he had it, but oh wait, 0.8 seconds. Louisville, no good. Had one last opportunity to tie the game up, and they can't hit the last second shot, guys. Indiana comes all the way back to steal this win away from Louisville. What a game. Indiana showed a lot of heart here. A lot of heart. There's just something about a Kemmerly, man. There's just something about a Kemmerly. 15 points, had 3 shots from 3 land, and he hit the one that really mattered the most. 28 points, by the way. 28 points in the fourth quarter for Indiana. Absolutely insane production in the fourth quarter as they storm back to beat the Cardinals in an epic comeback. One that's going to live down here in XCAA tournament history. But again, there's just something about these Kemmerly bros. They just have all the confidence in the world to hit the most clutch shots and put a team on their back. Kudos to Colton Kemmerly hitting that 3-point shot to win the game. All right, let's move on to this matchup here. Michigan State against Florida Gulf Coast. And as you guys know, the Eagles coming off of a huge victory, 16 seed over a 1 seed against UCLA. This was supposed to not happen. UCLA was so dang good. So dang good. They had a Sobchak on their team. They had McFly, Marcel McFly, top recruit from the EuroLeague. They had Demetrius Frazier. They had Kari Lyons. And now the whole team's blown up because they lost to Florida Gulf Coast. Meanwhile, the Cinderella team in the making. Florida Gulf Coast up on Michigan State, the 8th seed in this region, 33-30. But Rolando Bishop, the point guard, is going to have something to say about that. Hits a big-time 3. Larry Donaldson going to drive here, pick up the foul as well. But he will not hit the free throw, guys. 41-39, and we get Robinson here hitting the 2. Tie the ball game up. Currently 45-45, but Ford is going to hit a 3, and then we got Jefferson hitting a 3 as well. So Florida Gulf Coast, this is exactly what took down UCLA, just the hot hand shooting of this team. And right now, up by 8, 55-47. They're going to find Walgren for 2 as well. They're now up by 10. Skipping ahead a little bit. Up by 8. We got a block. Wingate blocked. Now out comes Hilliard in transition. Donaldson can't find him. He's going to kick it to Guerrero for 3. Drilled it. And MSG is now coming back very slowly but surely. Donaldson, though, going to hit the 2. Back up to 7 points differential here. 2 minutes left to go. Donaldson going to get the ball stolen away. Now here comes Robinson. Kicks it to Armentides for 2. A 3-point differential. Trying to pick up the charge is Rolando Bishop. No call. Robinson the other way. Going to get 2 back. It's a 3-point game still. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast. Missing an easy layup. Bishop going to turn Larry Donaldson around right here. Watch this play. Wow. The athleticism by Rolando Bishop is going to hit the 2. Guys, a minute left. A little under a minute left. A foul by Michigan State. And Florida Gulf Coast goes to the line and hits the free throw. The 1. But look at what happens next. Donaldson throws it back. Trying to complete a pass here. And it's going to go off a Michigan State player, then off of a Eagles player as well. MSU with possession. Bishop takes it to his advantage, gets the 2 to tie, and then we've got this ball rolling off of the rim. Gonna miss the shot. Robinson driving, kicks it to Guerrero. The foul and the 1. Michigan State takes the lead, and Guerrero fires it up, gets the free throw. It is now a 3-point game for Michigan State. It's totally swung MSU's way, but oh my goodness. Florida Gulf Coast, instead of deciding to kick it to Larry Donaldson in the corner, he goes down low, goes deep, misses the shot, fires up this prayer, but it will go in. It will go in. A 69-67 game, guys. But they will have to intentionally foul MSU, and Bishop goes to the line with 6 seconds left. This is going to be a 4-point spread now. They're going to have to hit a very, very quick three-pointer. Donaldson here going to kick it to Walgren for 3. Going to drill it, but time expires. Michigan State will eliminate Florida Gulf Coast, everybody's seemingly favorite team, after taking out UCLA in the first round, hoping that they would become that Cinderella, that they would advance to the Sweet 16, but it was not to be, guys. It was not to be. But we see Donaldson really, really slacking here in this episode and in this round here. Only single digits in points for the point guard. And there are your final results here for the Sweet 16 for the Midwest and the Western region. We got a Big Ten matchup with Michigan State and Indiana. Should be a very good one. Austin Peay gets the upset over LSU against number 2 seeded Auburn. I mean, if Austin Peay can take out Auburn, this should be, again, another good game. Maybe they can take out another SEC opponent. It's going to be hard work, though. Very, very hard work for a 11 seed in order to do that. Number 1, Kansas advances from playing against Richmond. They're going to take on Wisconsin, a matchup that I'm actually scared about. I think Wisconsin, between, again, those two players, Bourdon and Kobe Knight, Kansas is going to have their hands full, even though we know how good Kansas can be and is. It's still going to be a tough test. Number 6, Clemson, an ACC matchup with Duke. I like Clemson in this matchup, but I think Duke will just be able to hang in just a little bit long enough to get the win. But don't be alarmed don't be shocked if Clemson takes care of that game and ends up surprising some people in that matchup. Let's go to the other side of the bracket. We got Kentucky against Miami. Should be a good one there. And then Fresno State against St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis. If you guys missed the last episode, they took down Syracuse in overtime. A block on Boris Sutton, of all people. Got it done, and they're advancing to the Sweet 16 to take on a tough Fresno State team. Michigan beats Ohio State. They'll take on Virginia Tech, who we know has had a lot of tournament success in this XCAA side series for the XBA. And then St. Mary's taking on North Carolina. Very, very interesting matchup there, so I'm kind of rooting for St. Mary's. But there are your current standings for the bracket challenge, guys. As you guys know, each correct win is worth 1 point, and we've basically made the cutoff at 10 points, at least what we're showing here today. But Heel Boy and Braden Austin currently in first and second place. So guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one next week for Sweet 16 action. As always, peace.